Hey, welcome everyone. I wanted to welcome, most importantly, that hey, 2024 has been a great year for us, and welcome our new members as well. We've got a lot of new members coming in, and wanted to know myriad of ways of how we do it. So we fielded a lot of questions from PBT trading strategy, playbook trading strategies, how to find entries, technical analysis, what kind of factors look for in when reading a chart, supply, demand, etc., and identifying all the stuff. So hey, let me. I'm gonna go into the order that I have written down here, and we're gonna get started. So what you see, this is what you see here, and how do we find stocks? So and few examples of the traits. So here we go. I'm going to talk about let's just talk about market real quick, since I have you guys here. I'm going to do the commentary later for the market. So here we go. Qs. There's not much to talk about Qs, but when I'm scanning, especially for the weekly chart, and few of you have asked, what do I do and how do I scan? So for from a scanning standpoint, I use a different I use a market gauge or market surge. I'm sorry. I use market surge, and I'll walk you through. And here's a market surge, which is right over here. So I'm going to bring market surge just to show you what I do. And all my scans are right here. So this is I think $2,000 a year, which is super cheap, and all my scans are here. What I do is my swing trading. Most importantly, it's 100% is based on Mark Minervini style, and you're more than welcome to do your research on Mark Minervini. It's a little bit of IBD 50, William O'Neill style, and all my scans are set up accordingly as well. So, these are my favorite screens, VCP, and that's how I find all my all my charts, and or I would say all my swing trades. So it takes me about an hour to go through this, and once I go through this, it's pretty easy. So it took a while to set this up, but once I set it up, first one is Mark Minervini. So if you click on Mark Minervini, so what it's going to do is going to pull up everything in under the Mark Minervini, and we can start talking about, okay, so then I can just start scanning these real quick. And usually I start with the weekly chart and then go to daily chart. But what I really do, I scan this here, then I copy it onto my trade station here, and then I look for the multiple time frames. So that's what I do. This is how I scan for these. You see this is Mark Minervini. We found total of 12. I can just play it and autoplay it. So this I can change the frequency, how quickly I want to do it. I usually do it on 3 seconds so I can see what's going on, and I don't have to click them. So it just gets going. So for right now, and then shop, actually going back to, let me just go back to shop here. Shop actually looks pretty good. It's a weekly 1, 2, 3. I love these continuation plays. So stop here, and then bring you back here for clarity standpoint. Shop is on the weekly chart, and where is what happened to my monthly chart? That was here, right here. So that's my monthly chart. Um, so Shop is in a, look at this monthly breakout right here. So monthly chart really tells us a lot, also, but it's a little bit extended. So anyways, so that's what I do. Market search for scanning, and then I transfer over to TradeStation and do my scanning, and that's how I do swing trading only. But there's not much really to talk about on the Qs. Look, Qs are in a dominant uptrend. It's not even like a little bit of uptrend. It's a dominant uptrend. They're not extended. You can see, you can just eyeball it. I don't even have to draw a trend line or anything like that here, because you can see what's happening on the Qs. So you've got, if I were to go here and say, okay, I want to draw a trend line. So you can draw a trend line here. It's pretty profound. Look at this trend line. That's pretty profound. I mean, you can do a macro. It's pretty nice. It doesn't matter how you draw it, but these trend lines are they're pretty profound, and monthly chart looks really good and it's not extended. Look, you have right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months of consolidation in the Qs and finally a breakout here. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of and then sell-off came, the 4 weeks of consolidation, and we had a nice little base. 60 minutes chart looks good. So I do think we'll rally into the year end, and who knows what happens after that. But we'll have to reassess things and get going where we get going. I have started to keep IWM chart because that's right now we're long in our swing trading on TNA, uh, which is IWM, and you can see my lines, nothing have changed on IWM. It's just a pure breakout. It's a monthly breakout on IWM over 223. And this is where we got into TNA, and I'll show you where exactly we got into the IWM. So let me pull it up and show you where we got in. And these are all the swing trades that we have taken. So look at the TNA, three touch trend line break. You right here, 40%, 40% move on already on TNA, and all these swing trades. And I have the entire year in this. We're up about we're up about 62% in our portfolio, and this is all in here. Um, Losses, gains, doesn't matter. Currently, we're long few names here: Amazon, SMCI, Peloton, and Tesla. And Tesla broke out, and I just need to update this and send it out to the members. So we'll come back and pick few trades here and show you how we take it. And you can pick any names here. Happy to walk you through. I'll pick any name here and walk you through. But most recently, Peloton is our big winner, because when you look at the Peloton trade here, and that actually came from this market search here. That's my scanner. So you can see this came from here, and then again a weekly chart. It was right around the weekly chart trade right here on this Peloton trade, and this is where we got in. Look, this is a really nice 1, 2, 3, 4 skyscrapers here. Volume, nobody selling, and this is a weekly breakout. You buy it. It's right, a little bit right at resistance. I still like it higher. It's at 1034. I do need to update this. So 1034, we have a nice position here. It's I have we took about a 5% position. It shows 4.62, but it's fine. At three, it's we're up about $7,900 on 3,000 shares. So it's a $23,000 investment on a $500,000 account. So it's less than 5%, but you're up 34%, and that's how you really get big winners. Big winners don't come easily. You really need some balls to have big winners, because I think we are so quick to take profits that we don't allow. So if you ask the members in the room, and I am very patient with profit taking, and I will stop here and tell you, profit taking is very personal. No one can tell you when to take profit, because either you're going to be up, you're never going to be happy taking profit, because you're going to be thinking, I am leaving money on the table. And now if you are one of those people who is never happy taking profit, then this business isn't for you. And the other piece is, if you are one of those traders that are never happy taking profits, that means you don't have a good trading style, you don't have a good trading system, you don't have processes, and you don't believe in your processes or your trading plan or trading system to produce consistent income. So that's the best thing I can say. I'll give you another example. You see Amazon here. Amazon, we got in at 179. So let's take a look at Amazon. That was also came up here as well on this one. But most of the trades come from the weekly chart. It's like I said, that's where everything happens. So look at 179 on Amazon, and if you think, okay, where is the 179 happening? Well, it's happening right around here. It's a weekly buy setup on 21 period moving average. Look, pullback buy on Amazon, and then let's take a look at it. How we're managing this Amazon. It came down here on Amazon. When did we get in here? Let me take a look. on September 11th. So we've been in this trade for a while on Amazon. So September 11th, you go back here, uh, right over here, September 11th. So this would be a breakout here on the daily chart. If I were to go back here on September 11th, it will take us to just around here. So weekly buy setup right here. You got pulled back. You're consolidating above the red bar. That's an entry. Now, could we have sold here? Sure. It's at, I didn't sell it. It pulled back like anything else or whatever, but it's a breakout on a monthly chart. Why would I want to sell that? It's a breakout on the weekly chart. Is the breakout just coming back to support, 2-bar pullback? I mean, really don't it doesn't have a volume for me to take profits on Amazon or close my trade. I could have could I have closed some of it? Sure, but it's up 16%. But look at all of our trades. I'll walk you through AS. That's another one that we closed it for 40%. That was also Minervini style. That also came from here as well from my scans. AS, and this is just this is just the IPO trade. You take a look at where we enter on AS. So take a look at it on October 29th, and we just recently got out of this trade. So let's take a look AS here on October 29th, and this was and you was so a lot of traders like, oh, it's went from 12 to 18. That's a little bit too high. Well, that's you. That's not me. But look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4 months straight up. Now it's I mean 29th it's trading at 27 bucks. I got out at 25.50, so did I leave some 25.50 gave me 39%. So let's see, if it was $27, it would have gave me almost another 10%. But that's not what I'm all about. I'm good. 40% profit is nothing to sneeze at, because we've had some great profits in TQQ, and it's time to lock it up. So that's where the strategy stemmed from. It's a growth stock driven. It's strength. I buy the strength, the stock that are doing very well. And let's take a look at it. So October 29th, it's this pullback into the rising 21, which is blue, 21 period moving average. And then guess what happens here on the October 29th? The October 29th, you have what is this? This is basically high tight flag. I would like a little bit tighter, like up in this range, but that's a tight flag on the weekly chart. You just recently broke out of the weekly chart. This is what you refer to as an IPO base right over here. So right here is what you have is an IPO base. That is referred to as an IPO base. You break out an IPO base, then you have a nice little, if I can draw this, and then you have a nice little flag, and off we go. This is as good of example I can give you how to trade bull market or high tide flag, and I'll talk more about it. We and then and then we recently entered I can type here SMCI. That's another one. I do like SMCI. Now this is a support play, because what I like this is a bell curve. There's a lot of things happening. I did say that this is very unorthodox play, but this is more of a support play, and it's been working out pretty well. So that's kind of the strategy. Now let me just walk you through how I find, let's say, yeah, I think the question is, how do I find day trades? Day trades. So and recently we traded OTLK, I believe, which has everyone buzzing. This was a $2 stock. Look, does it happen every day? I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I really don't know if it happens every day. But did it happen this day? It sure did. It sure did happen on this day, and this is my day trading window. So if I were to go OTLK, and that's where I'm watching, this is a dome trading. This is the level 2 here, and then when I'm ready to trade this, I can extend this. I know what's happening, the side by side on this. But this trade Look, this was dead. Look, this is dead. This is dead. So I'm watching. There's nobody. Somehow nobody was selling this OTLK. So the trade was pretty simple on OTLK this day when we traded. So right over here. Uh, Look, $1 is a significant psychological level on stock when you take a look at it. And I'm a continuation kind of a trader. I trade maybe three setups. And those of you who are here, and I do it with consistency. So I don't trade many setups. I trade three setup. Uh, so what I do is I trade. So if it was a 1 minute chart, look, I start with the 1 minute chart. So let me just walk you through here. This is a 1 minute chart, and we just talked about what's happening on a 1 minute chart. What do you see here on a 1 minute chart? You see this little basing pattern, and all we're doing is the base out. Look at this volume. Nobody's buying here, and boom, we got a volume here, and that's what the trade was. 99 cents by 90 cents, so 9 cent stop, and it went to $2.20. Now, and then you start if and then I go to 2 minutes chart, and 2 minutes chart is really where I get most of my trade. So at 9:32 is a continuation play. 9:34 there's a continuation play on 2 minutes chart. 9:39 or 9:40 is a continuation play on a 5 minutes chart, because you have a 5 minutes candle and another 5 minutes candle. And then at 10 o'clock, you have a continuation play on a 15 minutes chart. You get a 15 minutes candle on a 15 minutes candle potential breakout. So that's how I really flip my charts. But 1 minute, 2 minute, they're both in confluence. You got this bar right here, this green bar, and you got a nice volume, and then you got a really nice red inside bar. Boom, off we go, and it goes to 140, and then I said it here. You can add it over 120. You can go back and look at the chat, because we've got a 3 bars up. First bar, red bar, no volume, stayed within the parameters, and off we go. And if you traded this, and then the pullback happened, then you switch it to 5 minutes chart. But 5 minutes chart, look at that. What was a sloppy looking, what was a sloppy looking chart on the 2 minutes, which was right here. Now you have a nice looking 5 minutes chart on the same stock. So it's this is how you trade, and then off we go. Same continuation pattern. You can go back and check the chat. I said it looks higher over 160. I said if 160 gets broken, we're going to see 165. And it was just, I mean, they were hammering the offers on this one. And it was just, and the VWAP was holding here on the dome, and they were hammering those offers, and off we go to $2. And then, if you traded this right around here, then you stayed in this trade until at least 166, because that will be the 5 minutes bar. But really, the to be, if you trailed this, the exit would have been 166, and that would have been the exit for the stock, and it's closed right there at 166. And next day it went up a little bit also. So that was the OTLK strategy. This is rare one. This is not that happen every day, but the last trade that we had was in Tesla, and that was also right here. So you can take a look at, last trade that we traded. I think it was Friday we traded. Yeah, Friday. Friday we traded Tesla, and I said I love this base on Tesla. I mean, same pattern. I'm showing you consistency. You got a same pattern. The base, traded the base breakout. It came back into the base. It based again here on this, but I just, this one is, I set it and forget it, because and then off we go at the late day breakout. So we had a nice late day breakout. I think it was a $3 stop, 342 by 3. Let me see what it was. Yeah, it was a $3 or $4 stop. So let's say if you played it right here, and then it went as high as 347. So you got a nice 2 to 1 risk to reward here on this one. So we had a really good. So that's what this is the strategy. Strategy is to look for strong stocks. So how do I find OTLK? I mean, it's just it's basically you hit the scanners right here, and you can just say big movers. You can go to the big movers, or if you have, I don't know what you all use, but I have a few other things that I use. This is the probably the best one for the morning, because what you can instead of going here, 1 day gainer or 1 day loser. So OTLK would not have shown up, would not have shown up, and obviously it would have shown up on 1 day loser. But these two are my favorite ones in the morning. Rapidly falling, rapidly rising. But OTLK was already on everybody's radar because the amount that it was. So right now we don't have any data because the rapidly rising, rapidly and a gap up runner, and then gap up loser. So that's these are the scanners that I use, and this is all built into the TradeStation. All right, so let me see what other questions we have, and then you can send me any questions you have. Happy to do another video here. So strategy, look for strong stocks. I follow William O'Neill, IBD 50. I am a student of Mark Minervini, champion trader champion. So I've personally learned from him. That's how the trading has, obviously accelerated, or I've excelled in trading because I believe in Mark Minervini's style. I look for a chart as far as the charts. Charts are technical analysis are pretty simple. If I'm looking for a chart, if I'm scanning for a daily chart, a I'm looking for an uptrend. I mean, like this, I'm not. So if I'm looking for a chart, this will come up. This will come up on my chart. If something is right here, this shop will be one of my favorite. Would have been my favorite setup if I were trading shop. And I showed you some of the trades as well. Like this one I really like SQ, and I think this is good to go for next week. You got a monthly base breakout happening on SQ. You've got a weekly rest bar. It's a continuation pattern. And then this, I like this as well. Affirm is a little bit gone, but breakout on the monthly as well. So keep an eye on it. And I have few other stocks that I can post. So that's what I do from a strategy standpoint. Gotta be trending stock. You also need um, market to do that as well. Supply and demand consolidation. Hey, this is pretty simple. Look, support and resistance are supply and demand, and that's as simple as that. It's probably we can go to a little bit more in supply and demand, but we got to do a little bit more than that. So the supply demand is probably going to need another a video, but right now I'm just going to keep it short and let you all go. And then proper target prices, like I said, what's your target is 10%, 15, 20. That's all up on you. But I think once this trade get going, you can start trailing. So I'll give you last example before I will adjourn this call. We're in Tesla here. So if you're in Tesla here, I think this makes sense to start trailing here, and you can trail half here on Tesla, and it all depends how you're trading this stock, but this is also very volatile. Um, Amazon, for example, Amazon, I think this makes perfect sense to start trailing here on Amazon. If it comes back here, it's just hard to see it goes, but it goes, it goes. Peloton, for example, opening trade. This makes sense. I think this can come back here and then keep going. But look at this weekly chart. I mean, it's just starting to get going. I mean, this is, I think, 12 bucks. If 12 bucks get taken out, what is this right here? This little thing. We can see 17. So that's it. With that, if you have any questions, let me know. Happy to answer. Otherwise, have a good night and have a great December.